We started last July 17th of 2011, so just a little under a year, and the adjustments went really well. We've had very few issues, and the cows just adapted very quickly. I believe we're around 110 or 12 cows. I think that's about where we started at, and we've been up at the 120, and now our production has risen to the point where we should actually try to get down to about 100 cows. We're currently about 38 liters, and in our previous barn we were around that 32, 33, so we've seen a very good response coming into this barn. So we were 2 times a day in our other barn. Now we average 2.8, so I think that helps a great deal. Some of our highest producers, they can go through every 4 and 5 hours, and they do, and it just keeps them empty, and I think it's really helped them really hit the expectations we have for them. The biggest area that's helped us in capacity is the amount of cows we milk. We milked 125 previously in our old barn, and now I believe we can get to 110. With an 8-liter increase in production, I think we're about 1.5 liters of butter fat. So we're filling a lot of quota with a few cows, and it makes it easier to manage fewer cows. It affords us the ability to sell some heifers for some extra cash as well. With increased profitability, we previously were averaging around $7,000 a cow in our old barn, and we've now went over $8,000 a cow in this barn. It's decreased our costs in regards to our veterinary bill. Our herd healths are quicker. I'm getting more cows bred quicker. Just the nice thing about a robot barn is you do all your work inside the robot barn, or the barn itself, instead of in a parlor where you don't see the cows in their own environment. So no matter where I am in this barn, I can see exactly what's going on. I miss very few heats between visual and the heat detection. So it just gets cut down on any of our hormone drugs, less mastitis. So I believe we've essentially almost cut our bill in half with our vet. Basically, I think my advice for any future generations would be, I think this is where it's at, actually. I've already heard how many barns are already slated for building this year. I think most farmers recognize in our system we cannot buy quota, so the only way to do it is to get more efficient. And I think this is one of the ways to get more efficient. You can do it with less people. The individual cow management I think gets you higher production. You keep cows here that work in the machine. And we had actually looked at trying to get it in ahead of time to just to make startup easier and to run less cows on each robot. I'm glad in the end that we didn't, just because of the increased production and less cows. It would have been very underutilized had we done that. Only deal with the animals that you really need to, so that cuts down on a lot of time spent. We can separate cows on our exit as well, so anytime I have breeding or herd health, things like that, we separate our cows into a different area. So even if I do a night check, I don't like to do a whole lot when I'm doing a night check, but if a cow is waiting in that area and I flip the handle to lock them up, I breed them in 5 minutes, and just those little things let you do it at different hours of the day that you don't have to just do it at that one point. So I think that's a really great feature. Yeah, I think D. Lavelle's staying ahead of the curve. I'm very excited to see what Herd Navigator has to offer us. If I can do it, I very much would like to install one here, whether it be this year or the start of next year. I think that's just going to be a phenomenal tool and helping us, lower other costs even more. Putting semen into cows that are, really in heat, as opposed to so many false ones. It cuts down costs everywhere.